Our last lesson for Area of Study 1, guys. Today we are looking at synesthesia. So, when you get a chance, jump onto the PowerPoint and I want you to watch this video because it's going to give you a much better idea of what synesthesia is. But basically what synesthesia is the senses getting intertwined instead of remaining separate. So it's a perceptual experience in which stimulation of one sense involuntarily produces additional unusual experiences in another sense. And this experience will add to the overall perceptual experience without replacing the initial sense. So a really good example is people who will hear music may, for example, also start to see colours. So the perceptual experience in which the stimulation of one sense, being hearing music, may involuntarily produce an additional unusual experience in another sense. So from hearing to sight and seeing colours. Some people will see particular letters as colours or particular numbers as colours, for example. And that can go the other way around too, where they can see different numbers or letters associated with different colours. So someone with synesthesia may experience an image like this in this way. So it's so much quicker for them to identify where the 2's are compared to the 5's. They may see P's and F's and H's as all different colours. And sometimes they see music as colours, as I suggested. So the key characteristics of it being synesthesia is that it's involuntary. They don't get to choose what they see. It occurs automatically, so it just happens. They can't do anything around it. And it's quite vivid for them. So as you can see here, it's very strong, bright. It's highly memorable. And it's consistent across time. So if on Wednesday they see 5's as green and 2's as red, they will also see that in 3 years from now. It will vary among individuals. Very, very, very unlikely that you're going to have 2 people with the same experience of synesthesia. And it's one way, not bi-directional. So if they see a 5 as green and a 2 as red, they don't see red as 2's and greens as 5's. If they see a particular musical note as red, blue, purple, they don't see the colour purple and think of that musical note or hear that musical note more specifically. So there's a few reasons I think synesthesia may exist. The first is that these people are unusually sensitive to external stimuli. They think it could result from a breakdown in sensory and perceptual processes. It could be a link between excess neural connections formed during early development that have not been pruned or refined. And most people think it's along the lines of the neural connections that haven't been pruned or refined. So basically you've got these little neural connections between the senses that don't exist for other people. Because of this, it's likely to possess a unique structural and or functional property. So that's why it would be very varied between different people. So it makes the most sense. And it suggests an abnormal neural pathway, so some sort of cross-activation within the brain. So a pathway there that wouldn't exist for anybody else. And there's another little YouTube clip where you can jump onto the PowerPoint and have a watch of that one too. And we are completely done. Textbook, page 434, Learning Activity 8.2.